Okay guys, we're polishing up the bottom of this right now. That's probably the best I can get it without sanding it down, because all the stuff from the road went underneath here. You know, see what I do is I clean this. I even cleaned the bottom of the oil tank off too. I'm going to have to touch that frame up. That's probably, you know, that's probably just from the road. Just wearing stuff down. Wearing the paint off of it. Maybe it's from the dude, he took a corner too fast. That could be what that's from. I've never taken a corner that low before. That's probably what that's from, though. I could probably paint that. So yeah, we got the bottom. That's pretty good. And we're going to get the side over here. See, what I do is I go like this. I get in between all these fins. You know, and it takes a lot of time to detail these engines. I mean, you could put some of the polish on it, and you can get these fins here like a mirror. But you know, you get all in here. It's like the case. I also have parts brushes too. And I'll use Rain-X window cleaner on some of the parts that I can't reach. Now the engine will discolor just due to the heat. So we got a little oil pump shined up down there. Yeah, the bottom of this side of the frame, more than likely, the guy probably took a corner real fast, because you could do that on these big tire bikes. You know, it's actually hard to tip these over when you're going around a turn fast. I'll do this top in here. And we'll take that spark plug cable out. Plus, I have tools too, guys, with the Dremel. I can use the Dremel to get in a lot of these areas. A lot of those little tips I showed you guys in prior videos. That'll fit in all these little areas. Okay, now we'll get the finishing cloth. You know, and you want to get that like a mirror. Okay, we're going to have to get our stick to get in there. See, these aluminum parts on the engine, they'll fade due to the heat. These are real hard to upkeep, to keep them shiny like this. I mean, basically, the only way you can keep these shiny is not to use the bike. All right. Sitting on the chair a little bit, guys. I was getting top of my knees, man. See how that one come out? Now it's like on the parts, on parts like your Triple Tree and the controls, you got to use a soft cloth. But believe it or not, a cloth like I'm using here, it'll scratch those more delicate parts. Because aluminum's pretty soft. I buffed these down. I'll have to get like even a Q-tip. Might have to use Q-tips on places like this. So you can see the difference between that side and this side here. And you know, I have nothing but time. Being on my graveyard shift, I got nothing but time, guys. Nothing but time to do this. You know, my ad's going to expire in 4 days. I don't know if I'm going to renew it. I don't know. Part of me doesn't. I think a lot of the nation's broke right now. I don't know if it's worth it to even try to renew it. Man, guys, I was watching a video on Portland, Portland, Oregon. I couldn't believe how bad it was up there due to fentanyl. You know, I've had several friends that died from drug overdoses. Matter of fact, all of them. All of them, matter of fact. And you know, I never really got myself involved with anything more than marijuana. You know, and I stopped smoking marijuana way before it became legalized. And I used to know a couple of people that sold it, and you know, they'd say, "Hey, I'm going to be going out here in 15 minutes. If you can make it here in 10 minutes, otherwise I'll have to see you tomorrow." So I grabbed my money. Meanwhile, I was like 10, 12 miles away. I'd grab my money, jump in the car, take off. Run lights, run stop signs, almost run people off the road, all to get that lousy bag of fucking weed. All to get that bag of weed. And then you'd put yourself at a risk. If you got busted, you lost your car. You lost your vehicle. Your vehicle would be impounded and you'd lose it. That's one of the rules. That's one of the laws I think they still got around here. You know, and you'd literally have to kiss the ass of whoever was selling weed. You'd have to literally kiss their ass, like they were God Almighty or something. And you know, I'd buy like an ounce at a time, half ounce. When I didn't have much money, I'd buy an eighth. You know, and I basically lived to smoke weed. And what happened to me is I got tired of all the bullshit to buy weed. I got tired of trying to hide it, trying to hide the high. I got tired of the attitudes of the guys who were selling weed. I got tired of kissing their ass. And I stopped. And that was 30 years ago. And I got tired of being broke. Smoke some weed and get the munchies and devour food. You know, you basically didn't have any food, you didn't have any money, and you didn't have any weed. And I got tired of all that crap. I got tired of being high. You know, and that was before I had dogs. You know, then I started getting into dogs and, you know, walking dogs and walking in the woods with them, on trails with them, in the state parks with them. You know, walking in nature. And I found that to be far more enjoyable than smoking marijuana. I realized the term of getting high on life. And plus, I'll tell you another thing about marijuana. Marijuana will make you stupid. You would laugh at anything. A nuclear bomb could be going off 3 or 4 miles away. You'd laugh. Laugh about it. It keeps you stupid. That's what marijuana does. Marijuana keeps you nice and stupid. You know, like I told all you people that still smoke weed, you think weed's, it's the best thing. Oh, it's, you know, it might be good for medical purposes. It's for medical use. I think it's fabulous. But for people that just smoke it, just to act up like an idiot, you know, you're going to wake up someday too, just like I did. And you're going to realize all the time you wasted and all the money you wasted. So I got these pretty good now. I have to do the other side, but it's going to take time. I'm not going to do it on cam. I just wanted to show you the, you know, I like this stuff here. I like this 3M better than, yeah, this is 3M. You can see a 3M up there. You may not even be able to get this right now, because I got this during the pandemic, and I think there was like 4 or 5 of these left I got on Amazon. But I found this better. This is a little bit better than Mother's. And they're pretty close the same, but this is just a little bit better than Mother's. So let me show you where I am on these. See this one here, you see how it's cloudy a little bit? You could even get chrome caps for these too. I might buy those. You know, the thing that I don't like about the chrome caps is I'm afraid they might pop off. I'm going to have to research them a little bit, see if they come off at all. But basically, all I'm using here is a stick. Matter of fact, I found 100 of these in the trash. I'm still finding stuff in the trash. I'm still finding stuff in the trash because I found the Tiffany lamp in the trash. It needed repaired a little, but I repaired it, and I have that upstairs in my living room. You'd be surprised the stuff people throw out. It's worth a lot of money, man. I found some Indian artifacts. They were like Indian clay pots. They actually burned up in the fire I had in my living room. I lost those. All right, that's pretty good. We'll leave that one go. And I'm going to do the other side there. There we go. Got that all polished up. Now the fins, I polished the fins. I buffed the fins out. I think I did that 2 years ago too. Yeah, but you know what? I might look into these bolt covers for these guys. I just might do that, man. I might see if I can find something that'll pop on top of those. I mean, you know, if I lose them, I lose them. So let's put there we go. Yeah, the guy that had this before me, he didn't polish this whatsoever. Matter of fact, you guys seen the right side of the frame. I'm going to see if I can. I'm going to see if I can paint that, because believe it or not, that bothers me, because I know it's there, and I have the paint for this, but that's going to need sanded, primed, and then painted. And since that's on the bottom, I might have to do that with an articulating airbrush. They said they sell those. They sell those. They're a little bit more money, but I'll figure out a way to do that. But yeah, I had all my friends died from drug overdoses. The one friend I had, he was a heroin addict back in the days. He quit. Then he died of AIDS, like I think 20 years later. He died in 1997. Another one of my buddies who was smoking, well, he was smoking crack and he was taking a lot of pills. And his heart gave out one night, and his wife called me. Oh, no, his wife's sister called me about 6 in the morning, told me he died from smoking crack. And I said, well, what do you want me to do about it? You know? And everyone knew that he was popping pills and smoking crack like it was going out of style. And then another friend of mine, he died. I think he died in 2010, something like that, from a heroin overdose. It was probably spiked with fentanyl. You know, but yeah, I used to love marijuana, just like all these fools do now. And you smoke marijuana with other people. You think, oh, everyone's cool, you know, and they only want you around because you have the weed. Once the weed runs out, they run out. You know, smoking marijuana, man, it's a waste of time. Sooner or later, I mean, you're going to come back to normal anyway. You know, so you have to be able to deal with life without being on that crap. You know, I actually feel better about myself not smoking marijuana. I really do. Because it's fake. It's exactly what it is. It's fake. Even if they started selling it in the drugstores here tomorrow, I wouldn't go back to smoking that crap. I would not go back to smoking it. Even if my job said, okay, you're allowed to smoke weed, you're allowed to still have this job, have a marijuana in your system, I still wouldn't go back to it. So yeah, anyway, the ad expires for this in 4 days, guys. You have to realize how bad this country is right now. 70% of people in this country are just getting by. When I took a loan out of the bank, I took a personal loan out, I think it was 4 years ago. 4 years ago. That's what they told me. They told me 70% of the country right now, people have bad credit. Their credit's like below 650. And, you know, they said, you're in the 30%. I'm not going to brag about my credit because I used to have bad credit score too. My credit score right now is really good. I'm not going to brag about it because I believe bragging is like a curse on you. Because I used to be there too, guys. I used to be there too. I'm not bragging about nothing. You know, but they told me that I'm in the 30% of the good. You know, so that's where, and then from watching a lot of videos and what a lot of people are saying about everyone in the United States right now, it's not, the reason why the big dog here isn't selling, it's not because of what's going on here in Pennsylvania. This is nationwide, because anybody in the nation could buy this. You know, you could find this. Wherever you are in the nation, you could find a listing for this. You know, Cycle Trader, when you go on Cycle Trader, you got to put your area code in, and then how many miles you want to do a search for. You know, you could do a nationwide search. That's how I got a couple of those idiots from down south. You know, so the money problem is nationwide. It's all over the United States right now. And all these fools think Trump's going to save their ass. You know, I try to tell these fools, who do you think started the pandemic in the first place? Your buddy Don. Your buddy Don did it. And guys, I'm not going to get political with you, man. Better you vote him in, brother. You're going to see more riots going to rival Martin Luther King riots. I'm telling you. You know, you think that man is going to forcibly get people back on track. Ain't happening. That's a bad move, boy. I don't like Biden, and I haven't liked the candidates since the days of Jimmy Carter. I haven't liked any presidential candidates since the days of Jimmy Carter. I mean, they're all, you know, no matter who you get in there, they don't make the decisions. They're controlled by people that are behind them. You know, the presidency, man, is just a puppet today. That's all it is. It's just a puppet. These people are controlled by people that run the money. You know, like the Fairchilds, the Rockefellers, I think there's another one that's called Bilderberg or Bilderberg or something like that. You know, there's a lot of these people, they have trillions of assets, and they're the ones that run the world. They're the ones that run things. The president is just a front. That's all it is. You know, you have all these morons like the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers. They're all thinking, oh, they're fighting for Don. And I hear these fools done got themselves thrown in jail, destroyed their life. And they don't understand either that the presidency is just a front. You got duped. Because you're probably high on weed while you're driving your 4-door pickup. You got duped. You fell for it. So I'm going to shine this. I'm going to detail the engine a little bit more. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like 100 degrees here. I might take this, because I can't take my dog, I can't take my husky out in heat like that. I might take the big dog out for a ride tomorrow. Man, where's this? There's dust on my struts back there. How the hell did that dust get on there? You know, and I think this winter I'm going to pull the manifold off of the big dog and the carburetor, and I'm going to polish the manifold and the carb. And I think I'm going to try to ante up the airflow on the inside of that manifold a little bit by smoothing down the inside of the manifold. I'm going to try to polish it a little bit better. That should increase the airflow a little bit, and the gasoline flow that goes through that manifold. Because you guys got to understand, if you ever looked at the inside of your carb when it's running and when you throttle it, you could actually see the gas squirting out of the jets, and it gets sucked into the carb. Now, the smoother your manifold is, the smoother that air and fuel mixture is going to, because it flows over that. It goes past it and it goes over that surface. The smoother that surface is, the smoother your bike's going to be, the better throttle response you're going to have. So that's my project for this winter. I'm going to try to smooth the inside of the manifold. We're going to polish it, and I'm going to polish the carburetor. Because I doubt very seriously that this is going to sell. So, yeah, let me show you guys the lands of these fins right now. They're pretty good. Got them pretty nice. There we go. Now we'll do a little bit more work on those fins. We'll get them a little bit more shinier. Then we'll do the inside here. We'll do the front and all those boys on both sides, and I'll detail the other side up a little bit better too, guys. Yeah, guys, we got lights for this too, man. Press this little button in right here. Shut the lights in here off. There we go. Then we got lights. Under the battery box, I got lights down there too. Because where that's shining, that's a piece of aluminum I made for that part of the frame. Matter of fact, I got to shine that up too, come to think of it. All right. Okay, we're going to do this with a soft cloth. This is the kind of cloth I use on these. Okay, we're going to also do this one here too. You see that coming off already? All right, now we'll take a dry end of that. And that actually got some of them little scratches out. Those little micro scratches, guys. I'll have to shoe shine this one here. Well, that end of it, I mean. I can't do that while I'm holding this. Okay. Here, guys, we got our La Rosa saddlebag back on. You know, that way there, the other side is open. Got our battery maintainer hooked up. That's a good battery maintainer right there. A little Noco. That keeps that topped to the specified to the specific voltage. Another thing I want to show you guys. This is a Jackery Explorer 500. Okay, I think this was something like 250 bucks. Might have been 280, I don't remember. I charged this 100% 2 years ago. Look at that. And I've been using it. It still holds 95% of the charge. 2 years ago I charged this guy. I'd like to get another one of these. I mean, they're not cheap. Got a little flashlight on it. Has oh, that's where you charge it. That input's where you charge it. I know that's a cigarette connection. I tell you the truth, I don't know what these are for. These two little things here, I've never tried them. It's probably different ports for things. It's got 3 USBs and it's got an AC connection with a ground hole too. Because we get blackouts here. This is enough to run a fan for my wife. This will run a fan for about 20 hours, the small fan. Yeah, if I can get another one of these, that'd be nice. So yeah, we got the La Rosa saddlebag on. I'm going to sport that for a while. Maybe I'll turn my coffin bag around. Yeah, maybe I'll turn that guy around. And yeah, maybe I can go out for a ride tomorrow, guys, with this. We'll see if we can go out for a ride.